And we're live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Adrian Lucruz and welcome to GEG APAC Connect YouTube Live Webinar. I'm Adrian Lucruz and I'm a Google Educator Group leader for GEG South Manila and part of GEG Philippines. This event is actually hosted by GEG APAC Connect or the GEG Asia Pacific Connect. Ano po ito? Si GEG APAC Connect, bali, it's a larger community for GEGs all around Asia. So from April 17 until April 17 to 19, simultaneous po ang mga webinars all across Asia for all GEG leaders. Ayan. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. And tonight, we will have a webinar on updates on Google for Education. I think that's trends and updates on Google for Education. Good evening, everyone. Ayan. Sa mga nanonood po tonight, this will be the last webinar for this series, 9 o'clock. Maraming salamat po sa mga tumutok. Ayan. Now, we'll give you some of the updates for Google Tools or G Suite since March 2020 hanggang itong April. Good evening po, Sir Jeric, Ma'am Gertrude. Maraming salamat po for always watching our webinars. Maraming salamat. Okay. So let's start. Before I start again, just in case you want to go back to the previous webinars kaninang hapon, kahapon at nung isang araw, you can visit bit.ly/GEG Philippines for all the complete schedule webinars and our future trainings. We'll be updating them soon. Okay. So habang niloload po natin, first, si Google po naglabas ng Distance Learning for Educators course. You can copy the link in the screen. It's bit.ly/3bbkfbb. So this is another course that you can take as a teacher if you want to improve your distance learning strategies. This course actually will cover instructional designs, strategies, and even social-emotional learning practice. Ayan. So libreng-libre po ito. You can access through this link. And then just in case din po na tumututok po kayo ng mga nakaraang mga training ko, ito yung mga shortcuts. So if you want to access all the resources for educators, you just have to remember teachercenter.withgoogle.com. Again, it's teachercenter.withgoogle.com. Makakapunta po kayo sa lahat ng resource site ni Google for educators. Pero specifically for this distance learning for educators course, ayan, ito po ang eksaktong link for that page. Again, it's 7 modules with instructional design, strategies, and social-emotional learning practice. So that's one of the first updates for tonight. The other one, if you have any questions later, you can put your questions at the comment section below. Another resource section, COVID-19 support resources. This is another page created by Google for educators. So exploring distance learning resources for schools affected by COVID-19. So dito, even for IT administrators, pwede rin po mag-benefit dito. So if you know your IT administrators, you can also distribute this with them para also updated din sila. Good evening po, ICT Office. Maraming salamat for always watching our segments. Ayan. Again, it's bit.ly/2QL2V0E for COVID-19 support resources. So dito ang maganda, maraming strategies ang isa-share ni Google and also from other teachers. The other one would be Google's Teach from Home. Ayan. Yung Google's Teach from Home, it's a temporary hub of information and tools to help teachers during this crisis. So again, you can visit this. Ito yung mga for each app, meron dyan na step by step para ma-fully facilitate or mag-guide ng page na ito ang mga teachers, especially those who are just starting. May mga beginners topics dito. So again, it's Teach from Home. It's g.co/teach from home. So ito yung mga pwede nyong i-save na pansamantala during this quarantine period. I'll try to refresh my page. Meron po tayong onting hands-on for tonight. Kasi may mga bagong updates or bagong features na nilabas in response to the COVID-19. Okay. So dahil hindi siya naglo-load, I'll just preview it from this. So the first one would be, ito actually ang unang topic ko dapat, Hangouts Meet. So si Hangouts Meet po, it's a video call messenger app of Google. It's actually an extension of Google Hangouts. So kung napansin nyo dati, Google Hangouts lang, ngayon, Google Hangouts Meet. Originally, ginawa siya for professional meetings. Now, in response to COVID-19, the premium features of Hangouts Meet was cascaded to all Google for Education accounts. So, ibig sabihin po, upgraded po ang ating features. One would be improved limit and teacher controls. So dito, you have the ability to mute other participants if ikaw ang gumawa ng Hangout meeting na yon. Number 2, updated features up to 250 participants. So hanggang 250, pwede po inyong papasukin sa Hangouts to interact with. So kung meron kayong ganun karaming students, up to 250 po. But I think no, hindi po abot ng ganon in one session. But at least we know na it can accommodate up to that number. Number 3, there's live streaming feature up to 100,000 viewers. So ito, pwede po via Hangouts Meet. Next one, it's recording feature. So take note po, teachers, this is available for Google for Education, um, and for yung may DepEd account, pwede po ito. But for regular Gmail accounts, pasensya na po, hindi po siya sakop kapag regular na at gmail.com ang gamit po natin. So you can record your class lectures, your interaction with your students. Once it's done, um, the recorded video will go to Google Drive. And by the way, you have to coordinate with your administrator para i-enable po nila ang feature na ito. Those who have Google for Education accounts. Kailangan po makipag-coordinate sa administrator para po ma-enable nila ang feature po na ito. Originally, I think last month, Google just said the extended features are only available until July. Pero in-extend pa nila itong month na ito. So it's until September 30 para po ma-enjoy yung mga features po na ito. Good evening everybody sa mga bagong dating. Maraming salamat po. So that's for Hangouts Meet. Let's proceed. Another very good feature is the Google Classroom and Hangouts Meet. So they can already be integrated. Dati po kasi hindi. So dati, if you want to use Hangout Meet for your students, you go to Hangouts Meet or you go to Google Calendar and then get the link. And then that link will be posted in Google Classroom. Ngayon po, the new integration will be very seamless in Google Classroom, si Hangouts Meet. So paano po ito? I'll go to my Hangouts. I'll go to my Google Classroom. I have a sample classroom here. Ayan. Now, assuming we're already inside the Google Classroom, we just look for the gear button sa bandang taas sa kanan. Click that, and then look for the Meet. So, ito po yun. Meet, and then click Generate Meet Link. So, ito na po yung link natin. And then you can choose if it's visible for students or not. It depends on you. But at least we know that for every Google Classroom that we create, there is an intended Hangouts Meet. Once we're done, we click Save. Na kung mapapansin nyo sa cover photo like natin, so this one, you have here the title of the Google Classroom, the class code, and the Meet link. So pag makikita rin to ng students, so when they click this, they will automatically be redirected to the Hangout Meet room. Take note, teachers, kapag ang teacher, since you're the teacher, you're the one who created the classroom and the Meet link, kapag wala pa kayo sa Hangout Meet na ito, hindi po ma-access ng students. Ibig sabihin, they cannot meet together without you. So, kailangan nandun kayo para din sila makapasok. Kapag wala kayo, they cannot have discussions on their own. So, ito at least you still have control with your students. So, yun po yung pag-activate ng Hangouts Meet sa Google Classroom. Very seamless. Balik po ako sa sa lecture ko. The other one, um, I didn't include it here in the slides, but there is a new feature, Gmail plus Hangouts Meet. So inside your Gmail, you can already generate Hangouts Meet link, but only again for Google for Education. As of the moment, I've tried with my Google for Education account, but again, for us to enable it, we have to coordinate with the administrator po para ma-activate po ito. So those are the new features and updates for Google or the G Suite tools in response to the COVID-19. Rundown ko lang po ulit. So you have your Hangouts Meet, the extended features until September 30. The Google Classroom plus Hangouts Meet integration. The third one would be Gmail and Hangouts Meet. And then the resources that you can use while on this quarantine period. So you have your distance learning for educators course, the COVID-19 support resources, and the Google's Teach from Home. So ito yung g.co/teach from home. Sir Jeric, your question, what is the URL again for Teacher Center? So it's teachercenter.withgoogle.com. I'll be posting it here in my banner. So itong teachercenter.withgoogle.com, memorize ko ito. Ito ang isa sa mga hindi ko kinakalimutan na links because these are all ito kumbaga yung pinaka main page ni Google for all resource for educators. Dito na rin makikita yung Google Certification Level 1, Level 2, ano sila, may modules din doon, even for applying for trainer, applying for Google Certified Innovator if you joined the discussion a while ago. So lahat po nandyan. So it's teachercenter.withgoogle.com. Ang maganda rin dito, dami niyong madidiscover kasi si Google lagi siya nag-update. In-update niya yung mga pages nito. Kaya para kang para kayo nagta-treasure hunt kasi ang dami. Minsan yung hindi nyo nakita last time, ngayon magot ko, meron pala nito. Or may bago ulit. So, it's always being updated. Ayan. So, kung meron po kayong mga questions, you can type or comment in the comment sections. Sa mga nanonood po or kung nag-email po kayo sa akin last time, I will respond as soon as possible after this session or this 3-day session. Pinatapos ko lang po yung mga trainings. I'll be flashing my email. Ayan. So it's lookbeyondtheclassroom@gmail.com. If you have questions, inquiries, if you need to ask support for your school, ayan. So on a regular basis, nung walang quarantine, we usually go to schools and conduct trainings. We help them train for Google certifications. We help teachers prepare and have this culture of innovation. And then you can follow me in my social media accounts. It's Adrian Look Cruz. For Instagram or Facebook. Ayan po. And then if you like comment, sorry, if you like my videos or my content, sorry po, you can just subscribe in my channel. It's Look Beyond the Classroom. I have recently announced my new YouTube show for the Filipinos. Ayan, it's Look Beyond the Classroom. I'll be featuring apps every week, once, twice a week po. So meron po tayong pwedeng panuorin para po sa inyo, for educators, especially for Filipinos. Ayan. Bigyan ko po kayo ng onting teaser. This is my first I just recently posted my introduction video for my channel. So ito po ang unang full episode ko. May onting pasilip. So kung familiar kayo sa iconic image na ito, ayan. Abangan nyo po yan. Hopefully by tomorrow meron na po. Ayan. Again, thank you very much for supporting our webinar. May mga questions pa po before we leave? This is the last webinar for this series. Ako po ang huli ngayong Sunday. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng tumutok. Huwag po kayo mag-alala especially po sa mga sumubaybay talaga po. Definitely welcome po kayo to ask questions or email and all. Maraming salamat po for all the support. Ayan, I'll be showing one of the comments from Sir Jeric. Because of these webinars, I have now a lot of bookmarks to ponder instead of TikTok. Yes, nung nagsimula din po ako noon, ganyan din yung ginawa ko. Puro nag-bookmark talaga ako ng iba't ibang mga content, mga resources. So ito, marami po kaming pwedeng i-distribute or ibigay ng mga content. You can actually also review our previous webinars, especially with Sir Gary. So he's been doing a lot of webinars since this year. I think last year pa. There's also one recommended YouTube show. Well, actually it's a regular, kumbaga it's a regular online meeting na everybody can join, and then the innovators usually discuss a certain topic each Thursday. So ang pangalan po nila is Thursdays. Thirsty Thursdays po. So the Asian GEG leaders meet and discuss different topics every Thursday nights. Ma'am Gertrude, which platform do you recommend, sir, for a neophyte user of Google in her class using online modality? Very good question po. Depende po yan sa kung saan po kayo komportable. If you want na resource site lang talaga siya, less interaction, but you want all the materials there, you give instructions and then that's it, you can go to Google site. Yung logo po niya, ito. This one. sites.google.com. So, madali lang po ito. Drag and drop po siya. Kung po na hindi po medyo nalilito sa pag mag-navigate, you can go to our previous webinars. I think that was in one of the topics in April 2 to 7 with um, Sir Mark Plaza. He talked about Google Sites. Now, kung sakali naman po na you want to integrate naman um, let's say the students, you go to Google Classroom. So either of the two. Ang dati po kasi, ang ginagamit is Google Groups. Kung familiar kayo dati sa Yahoo Groups, meron din po si Google noon, Google Groups. Actually, meron pa rin noon. So, you can create a group for your students and then para siyang thread conversation. And then it will be, if you created that one, groups.google.com, sa Gmail niyo makikita niyo na siya. Under, 'di ba po sa Gmail sa taas, may tabs. Ano ba yung mga nakalagay doon? May updates, ganyan. Forum. Doon siya sa forum na section mapupunta. So it's called Google Groups. Although it's one of the earlier Google tools. Yun yung unang ginagamit. I mean, kahit ngayon may mga gumagamit pa rin naman. Pero mas nag-expand na or mas gumanda na yung mga nilabas ni Google, which is Google Classroom and or Google Sites. From Sir Jeric also, Sir, are all apps in G Suite can be accessed only with internet and data? What if the school doesn't have internet? Okay. So for its full feature, it's really intended for online use. Pero may alternative kung wala po kayong internet, especially when kunwari sa isang establishment or kunyari sa bahay or it depends. Kapag walang internet but you still really want to continue working, you have to go to Google Drive. Meron po doon sa gear button, hanapin nyo lang po yung gear sa upper right. For settings, there is sync for offline use. So, ibig sabihin, si Google Drive ninyo, mada-download locally in your laptop. Once na-download na siya locally, kahit wala kayong internet, you can continue editing for docs, sheets, slides. So, yung tatlong yun po. You can create documents, continue editing. Although, limited lang po yung feature nun. Let's say, yung mga sharing, ganyan, simultaneous work, hindi nyo ma-maximize kasi nga offline. So, ang pwede lang is continue editing. Now, kapag nakasagap na ng Wi-Fi pag nakasagap na ng Wi-Fi si device, that's the time that magsisync na lang yung ginawa ninyo to update the file in both Google Drive tsaka sa local storage ninyo. So, yun po. Yun yung workaround kapag wala internet. Kami po tayong schools, by the way, na nag-start ng walang internet. So, I have trained a lot of schools na nagsimula sa pocket Wi-Fi dongle hanggang sa eventually, dahil gusto talaga nila yung product, talagang sinama nila sa budget yung pag-upgrade even for infrastructure. Kasi again, if we really want to upgrade, eto naman yung upgrade natin, syempre, hindi natin gagawing drastic, Pero once we have decided na mag-upgrade, sabay-sabay po yan dapat, kung hindi man sabay-sabay sunod-sunod. So, infrastructure, teacher training. So, importante talaga yung teacher training. Kahit nagtitipid, pasensya na po, pero talagang involved talaga ang professional development. Kasi kapag si teacher hindi na training ng maayos or mahihirapan din sila. Ayun. Thank you, Ma'am Gertrude. Another question, Sir, conduct po kayo ng on-site training for Google Certified Educator Level 1. Yes. Actually, I do conduct training for Google Certified Educator Level 1. So I have trained a lot of schools already for from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Ayan. For Google certifications. So, if ever po na you'd be interested na to undergo Google certification training, you can email me po. Okay. For free po ba ang training? Actually, this one po, ito po ay may fee po if on-site training or yung training po kasi is actually if by number of hours po natin bibilangin, that's equivalent to 24 hours. So yung pinakamabilis po is 3 days. That's from 8 to 5. Pero ako, I normally prefer na medyo mas mahaba. Let's say, half-day trainings ng 5 to 6 days. Max of siguro 2 weeks. Depende sa schedule ng school and teachers. I normally adjust naman with that. Kasi ako, mas priority ko din yung welfare ng teachers. Kasi I know it's also parang difficult for the teachers, no? Especially doon talagang sa sobrang nagisimula or talagang wala pa talagang alam about the tools, yung bago pa lang nila ma-absorb. So, ako I really prefer yung medyo longer para hindi sila masyadong stressed. Hindi stressful sa kanila kasi nga may pressure because they have to take the online exam after the training. Ayun po. Then plug ko lang din, promote ko din the first Google for the first status na nakakuha ng all Google certified educator level 1 passers ay galing po sa Parañaque City, Santo Niño National High School. So they were announced by Google na sila ang first in Asia to be all Google certified educators. So may iba sa kanila, lahat sila level 1, may iba sa kanila nag-level 2. Ayan. May iba level 2. They're on their way to becoming trainer and innovator. Ayan. May mga questions pa po. I will still entertain. Just for the record din po, since July of 2019, I've been training puro public schools. Puro public school teachers. So I go to their school, tapos meron intended sessions for them. Okay. Again, gusto ko po magpasalamat po sa lahat ng sumuporta sa amin sa webinar series po na ito. Ito na yung kumbaga parang part 2 namin. Maraming salamat for always watching. Abangan po ninyo yung mga susunod naming mga webinar. And mga events. Then, um, usually po niyan kapag walang quarantine, meron din kaming mga events na live. Mas maraming live na mga trainings. We usually conduct that para then we also get to meet the participants, and syempre, very much willing kami to accommodate everybody to be part of the team GEG Philippines. Ayan. Again, thank you very much po for always watching. If you like this content, you can click or hit the like button and subscribe. Again, this is Adrian Luke Cruz from GEG APAC, GEG Philippines, and GEG South Manila. Maraming salamat po for listening and watching. Ayan. Good evening.